Hey, you guys, come on in. Hey, everybody, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy. Hope everybody's having a great day. Waiting for everybody to come on in. Welcome. As you guys are coming in over on Facebook as well as on Periscope, you can tap the screen and show the heart love as well as share out the broadcast. You can go ahead and share the broadcast as well as show reactions and heart love over on Facebook and on Periscope. Welcome. As you guys coming in, go ahead and tap the screen, show the heart love, and we getting started. This is a minute. Give everybody a minute to come on in. Welcome. Alright, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, for those who are just coming in who are maybe new to me, my name is Trishelle Florence. I am transformation coach, healthy lifestyle, strategy. Eat healthy, naturally, and organically, and show you how to do these things without giving Whole Foods your whole check. So today is a segment that I run called Fasting Fridays, where between the hours, weekly on Fridays, between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., I turn to my plate between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. to fast, and I, for mental clarity, spiritual gain, as well as to give my digestive system a much needed rest. And I invite others to join me through social media here on Periscope and Facebook, as well as on Instagram, and my YouTube followers know I do this as well. So today is on the end of that day. I used to come on a little bit earlier, so thanks for waiting for me. And I'm sorry I am a little late, run around with life, working kids, so but it's okay. Thanks for waiting. So usually I'm on a little bit earlier, around like 8ish, 8:30ish, and I close out with prayer and devotional. So this evening I wanted to come on and just give a brief synopsis on what I've gathered on today, because if you're not familiar with fasting is a really good, some people do it for health reasons, like if you're not, I'm in the health field, so we call it, it's slipping my mind right now, but it's a term we use where we basically, it means NWA. That's what it is. It's not NWA. I'm tripping. It's in something. It may be NWA. I don't know. I'll remember it, and I'll tell you when I remember. It may come to you before the end of the broadcast. But as you guys are here, you can go ahead and tap the screen and show the heart love, as well as share the broadcast out on Facebook as well as on Periscope and on Facebook. So, but it's a term that's out. It's nothing new. It's done by, I think it still may be in that season. I know right now the Muslims are in the season of fasting called Ramadan, so that's something that they do. But even it's nothing new. Jesus definitely fasted 40 days, 40 nights. Moses fasted. Daniel fasted. It's a numerous account of biblical people who fasted for whether they were seeking something, whether they wanted some kind of clarity, they needed answers, or just even to, and like I said, now even in the health arena, hey, how are you? We even do that. We ask people to turn in their plate for health reasons when they come to get certain procedures done. So I do this. I started doing this from the stance of weekly anyway, from the stance of doing it to help with just for it's something called intermediate fasting. However, I do it with a spiritual component to it as well. So I'm not just not eating during that time. That's just called starvation. I'm also reading my Bible. I am praying, and the Bible says we should pray without ceasing. So that means you can be praying all times of the day, not just on your knees, but just praying, so having that conversation, that open line with God at all times. So I started doing it for those. I started adding that component too, as far as doing it weekly for the digestive and health reason, but also, and I just add the spiritual component to it as well, because it's twofold. All right, so today I want to come on though, and something that I gathered that really was pressing me was what I wanted to share was how you start your day. How often do we invite God into our day? You know, a lot of times we get up, we're so routine as people. Most times we get up, most of us get up and go to work. So we get up, go to work, get up, take a shower, brush your teeth, get dressed, and you leave out. You know, and then your day, the hecticness, if that's a word, the hecticness of the day begins at that point. You know, you got deadlines, you know, meetings, you know, things to do, people to see, stuff like that. So where in that time frame before that day starts do we rewind and we invite God in before those things get started? Welcome as you guys come in. Don't forget to tap the screen, show the heart love, as well as invite followers by sharing the broadcast. So that just dawned on me today, because how many things could we avoid when we take out that time to actually do that? One of the things I know, this is a habit I created. Welcome. This is something that I started, I ain't gonna say habit, but this is a practice, I swear. The practice that I started doing a couple of years back when I was in a kind of dark moment or dark season of my life. And it wasn't on purpose at that time, but now I make sure it's intentional. Where before I get my day started, I take that time. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm fasting, and I'm talking about the gym that I'm sharing today is how do you start your day? Talking about how do we take the time out to truly invite God into our day before we get started, and the hecticness of the day begins. So I started doing that it wasn't intentional initially. However, then I did begin to do it on purpose, where I'm taking those, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes daily before I get my day started, to invite Him into my day. I take that time, and I use those words like, Lord, I invite you into my day, my heart and my mind, because before we know, hello, and you guys tap the screen and show that heart love as you're coming in on Facebook and on Periscope, to show how to take that time to invite Him in, because so many things can happen at a moment's call. And I've noticed a difference in how, by doing that, when those things, because we all have an evil day attached to our name. That's just what it is. And the evil day doesn't have to be something drastic. It can just be a coworker acting crazy, somebody blatantly lying on you, somebody welcome. And as you guys come in, you go ahead and tap the screen, show the heart love. It can be just somebody, a lack of recognition, a lack of promotion, and you know that you well deserve it. Things, or you've been putting in the work, I should say, or being not recognized, always underappreciated. Those things like that, your kids acting crazy. So those things are going to happen. So how do we start our day? How do we as people prevent those things from allowing things to take us over the edge? And one of the ways we can do that is by how we start our day. And we can invite God into our day. He's a total gentleman. He doesn't want to. He's not going to force his way or himself onto anyone or into any situation. He wants to be invited. It's like, say, if one of your good friends was having a party, right? One of your good friends having a party, and you knew that you probably could just show up because y'all are that close. But how much better would you feel if they just say, well, girl, you can just come, and it's just that. Okay, that's cool. Or how much more would you feel if you got that beautiful invitation with your name printed on there, nice and bright and decorated, and just, came in the mail, so you feel that much special, sealed and delivered, so how much more how better would you feel through having a personal invitation? Through just knowing you could probably show up and it'd be cool. But that's the same way with our relationship with Christ. He has plenty of miracles. Plenty. The fact that I'm sitting here right now without a headache, that's a big miracle in itself. I used to suffer from really bad migraines after I had my son. So, so the same way we want to be treated, we want to be in a relationship. You gotta remember, this is the relationship that we have with God. This is the relationship we have with Christ. So we want to make sure that we treat the relationship with honor and respect, and the way we want to be treated, the way we want to be in a relationship. Whether you're with a significant other or you're married, how do you want your spouse to treat you? How do you want that significant other to treat you? So that's the same. How you take the time to get to know that person. It takes time. You have to spend time with them. Find out what they like, they don't like. Their characteristics, stuff like that. So those are the same things we have to do in our relationship with Christ. In order for us to grow, is take time and spend time with Him in our Word, in His Word, and spend time with Him through conversation. That open line of communication called prayer. That's all it is. It's an open line communication. So I want to stress that importance, you guys, really quick, of how you start your day. One thing I started recently doing is not just inviting Him into my day, but also asking Him, what is it that you want me to know today? I've been reading this book. It's called Journey into Prayer by Evelyn Christensen. Yep. And it is really good. And one of the things she talked about earlier in one of the that I read today is she said she starts her day and she says, just sitting in silence and asking Him, Lord, here I am. You tell me what you want me to know today, what you want me to do. So she just gave Him an open. We can't put God in a box. So many times we put Him in a box. We tell Him what we want and what we need and we want to know and we want to do. But she opens up the conversation and says to Him, Lord, here I am. You tell me what you want me to know today and what you want me to do. And I just feel like that was phenomenal, because with that being said, that just opens up. It doesn't put a limit, because we have an understanding that God's wisdom is infinite. Our wisdom is finite, meaning it has a cutoff. His is infinite. Infinity keeps on going and going and going to no end. We can't even begin to fathom His thoughts and His ways with our minds, and how capable and compatible our minds are. They're not. They're not compatible to His. So that in itself just spoke, tremendously to me. Welcome, as you guys come in, you can type the screen, show your heart love, as well as my replay viewers. Thank you for watching, and you can type the screen too, because your love does matter, over on Facebook as well as on Periscope. And that just really, like I said, I took that note, and I want to talk about how my journey into how I found the importance into I've realized the importance, a couple years back, and even now when I may have little moments and I fall off, and I can see clearly the difference in when I do and don't invite Him into my day. And now just reading that excerpt from that book, how that has really just gave me another level of clarity on how I can even increase that, what He drops into my spirit throughout the day, and how I can invite Him in on a whole new level. Because it's not putting Him in a box. I'm not saying, I'm not just being general. Now it's more specific. What do you want me to know? What do you want me to do? Not just I invite you into my day, in my heart and my mind. But that's a start. So I definitely share that with you guys. This is where I started at. I asked, I started by this, even just 5-10 minutes of that day, communing with Him, having a conversation, asking Him to cover my children, cover me, traveling mercies to my friends, family, and guess what? I even pray for my enemies, because that's what He told us we should do. So sometimes I call Him by name, sometimes I just say for my enemies in general. And anybody, and if you don't know who an enemy is, you can just say enemy, because guess what? The word says that an enemy, if you're a friend of the world, you're an enemy of Christ. So that's covered. So you don't have to go calling people's name out specifically if you don't want to, because anybody who is a friend of the world or worldly things and has a true desire for those things, then they are an enemy of God. So, alright, you guys. So I just wanted to come on and share that with you for a moment. Thanks so much again for waiting on me. I'm going to get better at getting back on here earlier because I know, especially on Friday night, a lot of y'all probably hitting the club, going out by now. So we're going to pray for you too. But it's all good. So, alright, you guys, I'm going to be back on. I might be back on tonight. Probably not. Or if not, maybe tomorrow. Because I do have something I wanted to share. As far as a recipe, I think you guys will truly enjoy it. It is vegan, but it's so tasty, and you guys will definitely love it. It's a vegan ice cream that you can make totally easy at home from scratch and don't take much at all. So, alright, you guys. So thanks so much for joining me. Again, my name is Tricia Florence, transformation coach, healthy lifestyle, and nutrition strategist. Helping you be able to eat healthy, naturally, and organically, and do so without giving Whole Foods your whole check. Your whole check. Use your whole check. And I am transitioning to a vegan. And hi Katrina, I'm about to close out now, so definitely watch the replay. And you can tap the screen and give some reactions as well as show some heart love. So and share out the broadcast. So alright, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys, like I said, probably on tomorrow. And be safe. Have a great evening. Ta-ta.